Jungkook shouldn't have noticed, but he did. Every time. Jisoo's hand brushing Taehyung's elbow. Taehyung's quiet smile, the one Jungkook hadn't seen in weeks. The way Taehyung leaned in when Jisoo spoke. Jealousy wasn't sharp. It was suffocating. Jungkook found himself distracted during lectures, snapping at students, rereading the same sentence in his notes without comprehension. You okay, Professor? A colleague asked casually. Jungkook forced a smile. Fine. He wasn't. The day it broke was unremarkable. Rain again. Taehyung and Jisoo stood under the awning outside the library. Jisoo said something. Taehyung laughed softly. Jungkook passed by. Their eyes met. Taehyung didn't look away. Not immediately. Something unreadable flickered in his gaze. Then Jisoo reached out and tucked a strand of hair behind Taehyung's ear. That was when Jungkook felt it. Loss. Real. Final. That night, Jungkook graded papers aggressively, red pen slicing through margins like punishment. He hated himself for wanting what he'd pushed away. A week later, Taehyung missed a deadline. It had never happened before. Jungkook stared at the empty submission portal longer than necessary. Against his better judgment, he emailed him. Your paper hasn't been submitted. Please advise. The reply came hours later. I'm dropping the course. Jungkook's heart slammed violently against his ribs. They met in Jungkook's office for the last time as professor and student. Taehyung stood near the door, arms crossed. I'm switching electives, he said calmly. It's better this way. For who? Jungkook asked. For me, Taehyung replied. I need space from this. This? Jungkook echoed quietly. Taehyung met his gaze. You. Silence. Heavy. You don't get to look like that, Taehyung complained later as rain tapped softly against the windows. Taehyung spoke. You scared me, he said. Ha. Jungkook nodded. I know. I thought if I stayed, Taehyung continued, voice steady but low, I'd disappear. Jungkook swallowed. I was afraid if I didn't hold on, you'd leave. They looked at each other. Two fears. Same root. I don't want to be owned, Taehyung said. I don't want to own you, Jungkook replied. I want to choose you every day without fear. Taehyung stepped closer. This time, Jungkook didn't move first. Taehyung did. He rested his forehead against Jungkook's chest, not collapsing, not surrendering, choosing. Jungkook's hands hovered for half a second, then settled at Taehyung's waist. Gentle. Grounding. Stay tonight, Taehyung whispered. Jungkook exhaled shakily. Only if you want me to. I do. The kiss that followed was unhurried. No desperation, no claiming, just warmth. When they pulled apart, Taehyung smiled softly. This doesn't fix everything, Jungkook nodded. I know, but it's a start. Yes, Jungkook said. It is. Staying didn't mean moving back in. Taehyung made that clear the next morning. Jungkook accepted it without argument. That alone felt like progress. They met in small, deliberate ways. Coffee after Taehyung shifts, walks that didn't lead anywhere specific, late night calls that ended before either of them said too much. No assumptions, no pressure, no control. Jungkook learned how to wait. It was harder than stepping down from his job. Taehyung noticed the difference in details. Jungkook asked before touching, paused when Taehyung went quiet, listened without trying to solve. One evening, Taehyung flinched when Jungkook raised his voice, laughing too loudly at something on TV. Jungkook muted it immediately. Too much? He asked. Taehyung nodded, embarrassed. Sorry. Jungkook shook his head. Don't apologize for reacting. I'll adjust. The words lodged somewhere deep in Taehyung's chest. Power shifted quietly, not through grand declarations, but restraint. Jungkook didn't decide plans anymore, didn't monitor Taehyung's schedule, didn't ask who he was with unless Taehyung offered, and when jealousy surfaced, Jungkook named it instead of acting on it. I felt it, he admitted once, but it's mine to manage. Taehyung stared at him for a long moment, then smiled. That's new, he said. I'm trying, Jungkook replied honestly. The first real test came unexpectedly. Taehyung got an internship offer, out of the city, short term, competitive. When he told Jungkook, fear flashed across Jungkook's face. Then he breathed. That's incredible, Jungkook said. You should take it. Taehyung studied him carefully. You're not angry. I'm scared, Jungkook admitted. But I won't cage you to soothe myself. Something inside Taehyung loosened. That night when they kissed, it was slower than ever. Taehyung pushed Jungkook back onto the couch. Confident, intentional, Jungkook let him, hands open, waiting. Taehyung smiled softly against his lips. You're learning how to be held. Jungkook closed his eyes. And you're learning how to hold your ground. They stayed like that for a long time, breathing, connected, unafraid. The world didn't care that they were healing. It never did. The first crack appeared quietly, an email Taehyung read twice just to be sure. We regret to inform you, due to recent circumstances, your application is under further review. Circumstances. Taehyung closed his laptop slowly. He didn't need to ask what that meant. He didn't tell Jungkook right away, not because he didn't trust him, but because he didn't want to see that look again. The one where Jungkook carried guilt like a weapon against himself. The apartment smells like coffee and rain. Taehyung stands barefoot in the kitchen, hair still damp, wearing one of Jungkook's shirts. Too big, sleeves falling past his wrists. He's reading something on his phone, brows furrowed in concentration. Jungkook watches him from the doorway. Not secretly, not possessively, just fondly. You're staring, Taehyung says without looking up. Jungkook smiles. You always feel it, Taehyung replies, finally glancing up. What? You look happy, Jungkook says. Taehyung pauses, surprised by the simplicity of it. Then he nods. I am. The words come easily now. They didn't, once.